Okay. Anyway, I'm Michael Peel. I'm a businessman from London. I sort of do all sorts of things really, but I'm sort of an industrialist really, and a bit of finance and various other bits and pieces. But I've now managed to I bought a house in Amsterdam, and prices are wonderful. I mean, I can buy anything in Amsterdam I like, really. That's rather nice. And anyway, so you Dutchies should be jolly grateful that I'm actually spending my hard-won sterling on you guys. But anyway, it's come to my attention, you can't really avoid it, I suppose, is that there's an election going on here. Your elections are really rather dull. We've just had an election in Britain, and it's been an unmitigated disaster. We've ended up with one of these awful coalitions. So, I thought it would help if I gave you some pointers as to the sort of right direction. We could start, of course, with that awful man, John Cohen, the PVDA, the Labour or whatever. I mean, this is the man who's never been elected to anything, for heaven's sake. And now he wants to be Prime Minister of this country. It's just absurd. Then, of course, there's the CDA, I mean, Christian Democratic Appeal. I mean, I'm not sure whether God is involved in it, but Mr. Balkenende, the Prime Minister, is. He, of course, has never ended anything happily. I mean, sort of coitus interruptus throughout his government life, as far as I can make out. It strikes me that he'd basically be better off in a Thai massage parlour. At least there's a chance of somebody getting a happy ending in that sort of place. But there are even more pious people involved. I mean, Christian Uni and SGP. They're, of course, from the Bible Belt. One just hopes that it's not a belt that detonates. And we've also got the Animal Party. I mean, we've even got 2 members of Parliament. And why on earth do people vote for animals? I mean, animals are good for fur and for food and for hunting vermin like foxes. I really can't talk about the Socialist Party. I mean, socialists. And then we've got Mr. Pechtold. And he's got just follow the flow written all over his rather large forehead. GroenLinks, Femke Halsema, the Green Hazard from Holland. I mean, are these plans of hers economically feasible? I mean, they want to tax banks and the finance industry and all sorts of people so they can go and build a whole lot of windmills. I mean, don't people realise that the finance industry makes the world tick, makes it go round? I mean, and what use is a windmill when the wind isn't blowing? You know, I'd vote for Mark Rutte. I mean, he's the leader of the VVD party, the Liberals. I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He realises that losers and people on welfare, what I call welfare junkies and one thing or another, basically, are going into the gutter, and that's where they should be. That's the way it is, that's the way it always will be. Well, that's it from me for now. I mean, just a friendly word of advice to some of my Dutch friends about how you should consider voting in this forthcoming election.